My name is Raymond. Welcome to the inner sanctum.
Well, it's my inner sanctum anyway. Hi, everybody. I'm Dennis again. We're ready for S Part 3. Woohoo! And we start off with a nice little San Francisco band. Good time music, but some psych. Sopwith Camel with their great vaudeville good time. Hello, hello. I like your style. It's a fun little song, but there's more to it than that. What do we got on this one? These guys are from... this album was from 1969. Sounds like 67. And the good stuff on here, several cuts were very popular. Cellophane Woman, Maybe in a Dream, Victor. This is what I got highlighted here. Hello, Hello was a nice good time pop psych song. Not psych so much. But Frantic, the next song on here. What do we call this thing? Frantic Desolation. Yeah. Frantic Desolation is a 4-star psych pop with good fuzz guitar. Then we have Sega, which also is 3-star. It's good time music, but it's got some Sega of the Low Down Letdown. That's it, Low Down Letdown. It's good time, but it's got some fuzz guitar on there. And then we got some dreamy psych with fuzz guitar on Maybe in a Dream. Ooh, that's good stuff. Then we have Cellophane Woman, which is a 4-star punk psych. So it's not just good time on here. There is good time. It's sort of like the eggplant that ate Chicago. But there's also some good psych on here. We got... on the other side, we got Morph. I don't see any Morph here. Morphin. Moody Pop. Let's see that here. Oh, the great Morpheum. It's Moody Pop. The rest is good time. Not essential. This was, I believe there was a poster made about this as well, although I haven't been able to locate it. I think it was at Avalon or something. But just great good time with some good psych on there as well. And an interesting thing about the name of the band, Sopwith Camel, that actually came from a British warplane, a biplane from World War I. They said it was hard to handle. And there were other bands that got their names from different types of equipment. Of course, Buffalo Springfield was the name of a tractor. And where did Jefferson Airplane came from? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad I asked that question. It came from Blind Lemon Jefferson, the blind bluesman from the 1920s. Jorma Kekona, is it Yorma or Jorma? I'm going to say Yorma. Yorma Kekona from the Jefferson Airplane had a good friend who nicknamed him Blind Thomas Jefferson Airplane. Blind Thomas Jefferson Airplane. So, of course, from Blind Lemon Jefferson. But somehow that name morphed into being the name of the band. From Blind Thomas Jefferson Airplane to just plain old Jefferson Airplane, finally Jefferson Airship. So there's some San Francisco band origin of names, you might say. This next one is a band from Dallas, Texas, from 1969. And the smell of incense fills the room. West Coast pop art experimental band song. It was used by a number of different bands, and it was the title song for this thing. This is a weird cover. It's all these women in a cube. Maybe it's like one of those sugar cube things going on there, but they're in a cave. So kind of mysterious stuff here. Smell of Incense, Southwest F.O.P. Of course, F.O.P. is normally Fraternal Order of Police. I'm not sure what the acronym is here. I give it 3 stars. They do some covers, some originals, all with garage. It's in that Texas psychedelic style, but it's only mellower. What have you got here that's good? Smell of Innocence gets 4 stars, even though it might be the 5th time you've heard that song. Rock and Roll Women is a good cover. Downtown Woman Nadine / is a 4-star good psych. All One Big Game is okay. On My Mind, I rate as 3-star psych. Bells of Baytown is okay. And another thing is a good jam, 3 stars. This is very hip indeed. It's on Hip Records. and it is very hip. It's not essential. It's 3 stars. You'll like it. It's got enough stuff on here to whet your appetite. Downtown is good, woman. And another thing is supposed to be pretty good. Some horns on this one. You might not like it because of the horns, but the horns are pretty discreet. They're like the Beatles used horns. Not a horn band. It's a fuzz guitar thing. Next we have the second album. I'm a little bit out of sync here. Hey, it's Psych. It's a little bit out of sync. This is Sopwith Camel's second album. This is from '73. This is not so good. Looks psychy. It's jazz rock. It's Rolling Stone canned it. I gave it 2 stars. Not essential. It's a dollar bin. In case you're curious how Sopwith Camel came out. But this next band has got to be one of my top 5 bands of all time. I got a line on you, babe. It's Fresh Garbage. Spirit. They were from Los Angeles. This particular album, when did it come out? I think about 68. It was an essential album for 68. Spirit. Where have I got? I did get to see these guys, I'm grateful to say. Now, the first album is got kind of a jazz fixation going on. Of course, Ed Cassidy, the drummer. Here's a close-up of the band. You can see him better here. Ed was in a number of jazz bands all through the 50s and 60s. He played with Cannonball Adderley, so he brought a lot of good jazz sensibility to Spirit, and that's what made him different from all the other psychedelic bands that came out in 1968. These guys had a lot of great influences from different sources, and of course, Randy California. Where is Randy here? I think this is Randy right here. Randy California was a protege of Jimi Hendrix. Hendrix gave him the name California because Hendrix had 2 guitar friends named Randy. He says, "You're Randy California." So Randy said, "Oh yeah, I'll go with that." And Randy's mother ended up marrying Ed Cassidy. A lot of other great people in this band. Jay Ferguson, great pop sensibility. John Locke, great keyboards. He brought a kind of a classical, kind of a Baroque attitude to it all. And everybody in the band was wonderful. And this first album, 5 stars. Is it Psych? Yeah, it's Psych. Randy California's guitar is way out there. Fuzz. There's some great instrumentals on here. Just Taurus is wonderful stuff. And there was a lawsuit because that dun, 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 sounded a lot like the introduction to Stairway to Heaven. So there were some fights there. Obviously, I think Led Zeppelin was listening to this album. Everybody was listening to this album in '68. It was just a great album. Fresh Garbage, which is very ecological. You'll think about what the stuff is you're throwing away every day. Look beneath your little window. See the things you didn't quite consume. The world's a place for your fresh garbage. Uncle Jack is a great psyche, just kind of a fun song about a friend of theirs named Uncle Jack. He will show you things. He'll blow your mind. Uncle Jack. Mechanical World, great stuff. Taurus, she's a girl in your eye. Great mystical psych. Straight Arrow is his name, so you better watch out where you go. Watch out who you know, because Straight Arrow's watching you. Of course, Straight Arrow was a Rolling Stone used that for their publishing. So from here, of course, Straight Arrow is the man. Topanga looks looking at through our Topanga windows. Very evocative. Wonderful stuff. Graham Man. I wonder what that gram is in Gramophone Man. Never mind. Water Woman, Water Woman. I mean, I can sing every one of these songs. The Great Canyon Fire, another great Elijah in general. Just a 5-star psych, man. If you don't have it, you better get your speedboat. Put it on max. Get it. It's wonderful. Wonderful psych. They never, ever duplicated that after. There's a lot of good Spirit coming up here. This one's from '68 again. This is their second album. The family that plays together stays together. So they took that religious saying, the family that prays together. No, it's the family that plays together. There's Ed. This album is less psychedelic, but it's still got some psych on here. I Got a Line on You was a big hit. Their only hit. It Shall Be, very stately. Poor Richard, Silky Sam, The Drunkard Darling. I don't remember this album as well. It's got some good stuff in here. Aren't you glad, you glad, baby? This is more pop, less psych, but it's still got a lot of jazz rock on here. Very progressive in places. Some psych tinged guitar from Randy. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks, guys. Their third album, and this album, they got hooked up with a director, French director, who was making a movie called Model Shop. If you ever see Model Shop, it comes on Turner Classic sometimes. It's not a great movie, but the most fun thing about it is Spirit is in the movie, and Jay Ferguson has some lines in it, and Ed Cassidy has a couple lines in it, and the band is just hanging out with this guy in the movie. The movie's not that great, but it kind of killed Spirit, unfortunately. They devoted so much time. This is the album that came out of that Model Shop movie. It only has a couple good songs on it, unfortunately. Dark-eyed woman, dark-eyed woman on a hot summer night. It's kind of psyche with the guitar. So Little Time to Fly is pretty good. Groundhog's okay. This is Give a Life, Take a Life. This is not a great album, though, unfortunately. And I'm sorry to say that. And all these, of course, are on that great label, which didn't have a lot of psych on it. Ode Records. If you love Spirit, and I do, you gotta have it. Is it essential? Probably not. But the last album as a real group, I mean, there were many albums. There were comeback albums. There were all kinds of albums in Spirit. But this was the last great album. And this is the 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. I believe this came out in '71. Again, a 5-star classic. Is it psychedelia? I think so. It's getting into more progressive era here, but it's so mystical, so bizarre. There's a lot of stuff going on with this album. It's killer. It's a killer album. We start off with another Animal Zoo. Is kind of about ecology. Oh no, something went wrong. You're much too fat and a little too long. Hey, got too much to lose. Morning will come. It's mystical. It's really fun. And the morning will come. It's the morning. Come. It's so come. So they get into some soul there. A little R&B stuff. Mr. Skin, you know where you've been. When I Touch You is mystical. Street Worm is way out there. Wild stuff. Love has found a way. It's very epic psychedelia. Space Child, and you got nothing to hide. We're married to the same one. She eats her way from inside. Weird, wild stuff. The inside kind of shows you this is very surreal. This is out there. Spirit took all the different musical styles, put them in a mixer, and it came out wild stuff. Weird, wild. This album, unfortunately, did not do well. It should have. It was 5 stars. It was brilliant. It was a little bit psychedelic, but we're leaving that. We're getting into the prog. We're getting into the weird, wild stuff, which I think in itself is psychedelic. I felt bad about Spirit not making it. They were one of my favorite bands. But they gave us 2 5-star albums. The other 2 albums are pretty good. Family That Plays Together, I give that at least 3. There were a number of comeback albums. Ed Cassidy and Randy California continued to tour. This one's from '76. It's the Spirit of '76, and this one is canned by a lot of people because they said they roll out every psychedelic cliche in the book. Well, I don't mind about that. There's some sidelong cuts on here. It's a double album. Side 2 is really good. You got Tampa Jam, Joker on the Road, Lady of the Lake. There's some good stuff on here. It's not your classic Spirit. They're trying to make a comeback here. Don't quite make it. Never so to speak of. If you pick it up in the dollar bin, you'll be amused. you'll kind of remember the echoes of the Ancient Spirits. And they had many albums after that. Randy California had a solo album, which I have, Captain Copter. It's okay. It's not psych. It's kind of goofy stuff. Mm. This next band is from 1968. It's called The Split Level. Now you look at these guys; they don't look too psychedelic here. It's Sunshine Pop Psych. There's some good stuff on here. 3-star on You Can't Go. Sitar on Equivalent. No, I'm sorry, Equipment. 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 Yeah, Equipment. Which is almost 3 minutes. Russ is pretty good. Looking is 4-star Psyche stuff. Um, Side 2, let's see. Oh, okay. You Can't Go is like the Sapphire Thinkers, gets 3 stars. We love the Sapphire Thinkers. Right Track is Pop Psych, it's okay. Equipment gets 4 stars. It's Equipment. It's Sitar Psych. Side 2 is better, I said. It's lots better. It better be. I Can't Complain. Let's see what it says here. Can't Complain gets 3 stars. Nice pop psych. Looking at is hard and wild psych. Looking at the rose through world-colored glasses. Looking at the rose through world-colored glasses is good psych stuff. Not essential. If you like your psych poppy, if you like it on the light side, but still there's some fuzz guitar here. There's some sound effects. They've got the idea. It's the Split Level. Pretty good psych. Pretty decent. It's in the main collection. I give it 3 stars overall. Not a monster. No freak out jams. Now this next band, is it psych? It started off as psych. A few back in the G's, I lost my mind on Luther Grosvenor. He was in this band. It's Spooky Tooth. Spooky Tooth. Gary Wright. We know Gary Wright. He had a lot of great solo albums. Mike Harrison. He also had a solo album. It was pretty good. Smokestack Lightning. This is some great British psych. The first album was from '68. And I call it 4 stars. Psych rock. Pretty solid stuff. It's only one dud song on here. And it's called It Hurts You So. But it's all about a roundabout. Tobacco Road's a cover, of course. They do a Dylan cover here. Yeah. Too Much of Nothing. I always try to pick the Janice Ian Society's Child. So there's some covers on here, but this is heavy stuff. Spooky Tooth prided themselves on heavy guitar, heavy organ, just beyond life, just bigger than life, just that loud booming stuff like Led Zeppelin. Spooky Tooth. They were pretty popular for quite a while. Spooky Tooth. Now, their second album, also kind of psyche. This one's from '69. And this is considered their best album. Spooky 2. Spooky 2. They're spooky. Just about every cut on here is really, really good. Spooky 2. Lost in a Dream. Feeling Bad. Evil Woman. That was the cut. Evil Woman. Oh, man. Almost 10 minutes. Evil Woman. That was a kicker song. Hangman, hang my shell on a tree. This is a great album. If you're only going to get one Spooky Tooth album, get this one. It's more hard rock. It's less psych than the first, but it's killer stuff, man. And it's still got that psych edge to it. Spooky 2. Woohoo! We love that. Spooky too. Now they had a number of other albums. Here's Witness, and here's The Last Puff. We're getting more into hard rock there, but they were very bombastic, very loud. Last Puff is the last one. This is not psych. It's still really good hard rock though. Little psyche stuff on this one. Ocean of Power. Let's see, would I write anything on this one? Most of the Spooky Tooth albums were so good, I didn't even bother to review them because just about everything on here is good. It's either going to be hard rock or it's going to be psyche stuff. It's these guys, this British band, prided themselves on just being amazing stuff. Spooky Tooth. This next one is from 1968 from Belleville, Illinois. It is it's a local unknown. It's called Spur. So there's kind of a cowboy dude here. He's got a spur sticking in the back of his head. That's gotta hurt. There's the band, Spur. And of course, it's on Cinema Records. Cinema Records. Featuring Spur. What do we say about these guys? They're like sort of like Commander Cody or the New Riders of the Purple Sage. It's country rock. It's psych in places. Hey, it's from 1968. Don't is a lot like the New Riders' Dope song. Don't never trust a woman. And then we got Bull Poo Poo or Prelude to the Rock Phase 50. I think you guys, you know where these guys' heads are at. They're out there. This is goofy studio junk, more a Son of Monster Magnet here. But we follow up with some 50s rock and roll medley, Rock Phase 50. And Steppenwolf did that too, where they take all the different Chuck Berrys and stuff and roll them into one song. No, guys, we don't want that. If I want to hear Chuck Berry, I'll listen to Chuck Berry. Next one is Earnest Folk Rock, 4 stars. It's pretty good. Folk rock. The next one is Goofy Satire Standells. So these guys had a kind of a mother's fixation here. Bonzo Dog Band, whatever. Turn is Country Jesus Rock. But then on the next side, we have Be Tender, My Love, which is a 4-star, great fuzzy guitar, moody stuff. Be Tender, My Love. Good stuff. Good time on Tell Me. But the next one, Why Girl Number 2? What happened to number 1? Why Girl Number 2? They probably didn't. That wasn't good enough. Number 2 was the best cut. Why Girl Number 2 was great, moody psych. Nice fuzz break on here. It's got it all. 5 stars. Why, girl? Why? They're always, you notice that in a lot of psych albums, guys break up with their girlfriends and they get even with by having a revenge song on the album. You get a lot of that stuff. But the next song on here is called Mind Odyssey. Woohoo! That's got to be the stuff, man. Mind Odyssey. It's only 2.5 minutes, but it's amazing guitar on that one. Amazing guitar on Mind Odyssey. The next one is folk rock modern, but it's got 4 stars. It has phasing on it. Ooh, yeah, modern error. Ooh, man. And then finally, ho hum country. So again, it's a mixed bag. It's pretty rare. Spur. And that would be Illinois Psych. Mind Odyssey, Shy Girl. They're like the Birds, kind of. Now we get in the band, and these guys are they're from Boston. This is it should be if they're not. 1966. I love that dirty water. Oh, Boston, you're my home. Is it psych? It's more punk than psych. It's 66, man. I call it 5-star wild punk, the real stuff. So Not Psych. It's 66. Medication. The Chocolate Watch Band did that too. 19th Nervous Breakdown's a cover. Dirty Water Court. Little Sally Tease. You know what that's going to be about. There's a storm coming. Hey, Joe, where are you going to go? Rary. I remember Rary. That was a beautiful song. That was about, he had I believe, a girlfriend from Polynesia or something. He's talking about Rary. It's just wonderful, wonderful stuff. Good album. Not Sight necessarily, but essential. I get lost on the sequence here. I better look at the team numbers here. Okay, this one's next. Why pick on me? Because you're a punk. That's why we pick on you. Sometimes good guys don't wear white. That was a minor hit. Not as big as Dirty Water. It's on Tower Records, home of Chocolate Watch Band. 5-star 60s punk. Again, this one is again 66. That pivotal year. Not Psych, but if you gotta have punk, which I do, this is 5 stars. There's some covers here. Painted Black, Me, High, Fado, In the Moor, Black Heart Woman's, The Girl on the Moon, Mr. Nobody, My Little Red Book, Little Love There. Have you ever spent the night in jail? No. Maybe that's why we pick on you. good punk here. But the third album, now we're getting into that Psych stuff. Fine. 1967. It was banned in Boston. Well, maybe one of those songs was banned. The most talked about record of the year. I don't know. This is 67. This is Sgt. Pepper. I don't think this was the most talked about. Try it. You got to try it, man. The most talked about, the most controversial, the most asked for, the most exciting. It was banned even. Kids, you got to get it. It was banned. You got to have it. It's okay. It's not the best. I'd give it 4 stars, though. Psych and Soul. What a mix. Psych and Soul. By a raunchy punk rock group. This one's a nice Psych, actually. Good songs. Trip to Paradise. They do a cover of St. James Infirmary. Everybody does St. James Infirmary. That old blues song. Try It is the title song. It's good. It's good stuff. Barracuda. Not Barracuda, but Barracuda. Different Barracuda, but also really good stuff. Did you ever have is excellent Psych? Did you ever have that feeling? Yeah, I did. All Fall Down. Riot on Sunset Strip. There's a riot on Sunset Strip. Sunset Strip was a nightclub in Los Angeles. It's where the kids hung out in 67. And the police raided it one time. So the Standells played there, among other places. And good Psych. I give it 4 stars. There's a lot of great stuff on here. You won't be disappointed with this one. If you like punk, if you like Psych, early Psych, this is the stuff. We're only going up to 67 here. And this is their third album. This next one, this band, this is from 71. They're from Levittown, New York. Levittown is where they had the first suburban sprawl. This is a great one. Stark Naked. Good guitar and organ. It's a Psych prog. Has some female vocals, but I don't care. The lyrics in the back here. This one's nice. 3.5 star. Stark Naked. It's piano based and hard rock. Lots of guitar. Thinking Man's Grand Funk. Much better. Just as hard. It's killer stuff. It's got one of their songs this year. It's got All of Them Witches. All of Them Witches. You must be a witch. 4 star. Nice, hard, and rocking. Done is lightweight, 2.5 stars. Sins is long, hard guitar parts, 4 star on Sins. All of Them Witches, almost 9 minutes. Sins is 5 minutes. So the track's longer. There's only 3 tracks in the first side. The second side has an 11-minute song. Look Again. Look Again, which is 4 star. Nice hard psych. Sins is good stuff. Wasted Time is soft. 3 stars. Iceberg gets 4 stars. Good hard rock. Psychedelia. It's a late one, 71, but they still got that vibe. They still got the sound. Stark Naked. Kind of looks like a clay sculpture there or something. It's a Dynaflex RCA, so you can use it as a frisbee. Don't use this one as a frisbee though. I would use these as frisbees. You might odd job cut somebody's head off or something. Don't use them as frisbees. Good stuff though. Stark Naked. Stark Naked. Now we're getting into this. This is one of the fun pops from 1968 from London. We feature Pictures of Matchstick Man. Pictures of Matchstick Man. Yeah, Pictures of Matchstick Man. Oh, much more psychedelic than that. I don't know. And here's the band that's sitting on a big pile of matchsticks. And I got to stop here. These S's are going to drown me alive. So many S's. This one's great pop psych. Oh, man. So much good stuff on here. It's on Cadet Concept. Like ice in the sun, you fade away. Like ice in the sun, we fade away. If you like your pop trippy, if you like your psychedelic on the soft side, but still kinking in there, still got the fuzz guitar, Gentleman Joe's Sidewalk Cafe, When My Mind Is Not Live. My mind's not live a lot of times. Paradise Flat, Technicolor Dreams. They're all good. The Spicks and the Spets. Sunny Cellophane Sky. Ooh. It's just pop psych to the max. You will love this album. This is essential. Just like Spirit's first album is essential. Just like Dr. Sardonicus by Spirit is essential. If I didn't say that already. Status Quo, Pictures of Matchstick Man. A wonderful pop psych. You will love it. And that's it for S Part 3. We'll cover some more. S Part 4. A lot of S's here. I hope you're enjoying this. If you have any constructive feedback, I obviously I'm an amateur. I got like lights shining and crazy stuff that sounds so. But I'm hoping you're enjoying this. I am. I'll see you for S Part 4.